Picture this, a young man staring into the mirror. His reflection stares back, a stranger in the dim light. He sees the weight of expectation etched onto his face. He feels the pressure to succeed, to be strong, to never falter. Yet, inside a silent scream builds. He feels adrift in a world that seems to have no place for him. This is the crisis of masculinity in the 21st century. Men are suffering. They are lost in a labyrinth of mixed messages and changing societal norms. The old scripts no longer apply, and the new ones remain unwritten. This isn't about denying the very real struggles women face, it's about acknowledging a parallel crisis, one that festers in silence, often shrouded in shame. It's time to shine a light on the unique challenges men face and offer a path forward. The first step toward solving a problem is admitting there is one. Let's have the courage to speak the truth. Modern men are failing. Not all men, of course, but enough to constitute a crisis. We can no longer afford to ignore this silent epidemic. One of the most insidious threats to modern men is the growing epidemic of loneliness. Men are increasingly isolated, disconnected from their communities and even their own families. The traditional male spaces, once bastions of camaraderie and support, are fading. Pubs are emptier, social clubs are dwindling. This isolation is a breeding ground for despair. It fuels anxiety, depression, and even suicide. Men, conditioned to suppress their emotions, often suffer in silence. They are less likely to seek help, more likely to self-medicate with drugs, alcohol, or risky behavior. The consequences are devastating. Families fracture, communities weaken, society as a whole suffers when men are denied the support and connection they desperately need. We must find ways to rebuild these vital connections. We need to encourage men to reach out, to forge meaningful relationships, and to break free from the shackles of isolation. This requires a concerted effort not only from men themselves but also from society as a whole. We need to create spaces where men feel comfortable being vulnerable, where they can express their struggles without fear of judgment. We need to foster a culture of empathy and understanding, where men are encouraged to support one another and seek help when they need it. The digital age, while offering many benefits, has exacerbated the challenges facing men. Social media in particular presents a curated, unrealistic view of masculinity. Men are bombarded with images of chiseled physiques, luxurious lifestyles, and effortless success. This constant barrage of carefully constructed images fosters a sense of inadequacy. Men begin to compare themselves to these digital avatars, feeling like they fall short. They chase fleeting validation through likes and followers, neglecting their own internal compass in the process. The hustle culture further compounds this problem. Men are told they need to be constantly striving, grinding, and achieving. Rest is for the weak. Burnout is a badge of honor. This relentless pursuit of external validation leaves men feeling empty, exhausted, and ultimately unfulfilled. We must encourage men to reject these false idols. True worth is not measured in followers or bank statements. It comes from within, from a life lived with purpose, integrity, and genuine connection. We must teach men to define success on their own terms, to find fulfillment in meaningful work and authentic relationships, and to prioritize their mental and emotional well-being over the pursuit of external validation. For generations, men derived their sense of purpose from well-defined roles. They were providers, protectors, and leaders. These roles, while not without their flaws, provided a framework for understanding one's place in the world. Today, these traditional roles are being challenged and redefined. This shift, while positive in many ways, has left some men feeling adrift. They lack a clear sense of purpose, a guiding star in an increasingly complex world. This is not to suggest a return to outdated gender roles, rather it's a call to acknowledge the need for men to find new sources of meaning and purpose. We need to help men navigate this transition, to find fulfillment in ways that align with their values and aspirations. This can involve rediscovering the importance of fatherhood, embracing mentorship roles, engaging in community service, or pursuing creative passions. The key is to find something that provides a sense of meaning, something worth striving for beyond the pursuit of wealth or status. The path to reclaiming masculinity doesn't lie in anger or resentment. It doesn't involve blaming women or clinging to outdated ideals. It lies in embracing the very qualities that make men strong: discipline, resilience, and a willingness to face challenges head-on. Men need to reclaim their agency. This starts with taking responsibility for their own lives, their choices, and their well-being. It means setting goals, working hard, and refusing to succumb to the allure of instant gratification. It also means embracing vulnerability. Strength is not the absence of weakness, it's the courage to confront it. Men need to learn to express their emotions, to seek help when they need it, and to build deep, meaningful connections with others. This journey is not for the faint of heart. It requires courage, honesty, and a willingness to confront uncomfortable truths. But the rewards are immeasurable, a life of purpose, meaning, and genuine connection. The modern man understands that true strength lies in the balance of seemingly contradictory qualities. He is both a warrior and a poet, a leader and a listener. He embraces his masculinity not as a burden but as a source of strength and purpose. He sets goals, works hard, and perseveres through challenges. He is in touch with his emotions and able to express them authentically. He has a clear sense of purpose and strives to make a positive impact on the world. He treats others with kindness, empathy, and respect. He bounces back from adversity stronger than before. This is not a checklist, but rather a set of guiding principles. Every man's journey will be unique, but these qualities provide a roadmap for navigating the complexities of modern life. Men, the world needs you. It needs your strength, your courage, and your compassion. It needs you to step up and lead with integrity, purpose, and a commitment to building a better future. The time for silence is over. The time for excuses is over. The time for blame is over. It's time to rise to the challenge, to embrace the fullness of your humanity, and to become the men you were born to be. Lead with your hearts, men. Lead with your minds. Lead with integrity. The world is watching and waiting. This is your moment. Seize it.